In 2022, a well-known local photographer in Columbia, South Carolina named Greg Martin was charged with multiple counts of criminal sexual conduct. There were 4 victims, and as I reported on this case, I came across something that caught my attention. One of those victims had been placed in his home by the South Carolina Department of Social Services. My name is Ted Clifford. I'm an accountability reporter at the state newspaper in Columbia, South Carolina, and I cover everything from local police to the Alec Murdaugh case. And just as a warning, this story contains descriptions of grooming and sexual assault. And because this concerns a victim of sexual assault, we don't use their names and we didn't use them in our original reporting. Over the pandemic, this 16-year-old victim became best friends with Greg Martin's daughter through online classes. During this period, her parents believed that Martin began to groom her. DSS became involved in February 2022 after a confrontation between the teen and her father allegedly turned physical. And she said that he restrained her, leaving marks on her arms and legs. And when she reported this at school, a DSS caseworker then allegedly drew up what's known as a safety plan. Now, the plan called for the teen to be placed at her request with the Martins. And the parents say that they objected to this and offered alternatives, which should be allowed by safety plans because they are meant to be voluntary agreements between DSS and the parents for the interest of the child. But the parents, in their lawsuit, say that the social worker threatened to place their daughter in foster care if they didn't agree. So they felt like they had no choice but to sign the plan. And over the next 5 weeks, the teenage girl lived in Martin's house, and during that time, it's alleged that he gave her gummies and pills containing THC, the psychoactive component of marijuana. He secretly recorded her on cameras placed in her bedroom and in the bathroom, encouraged her to perform sex acts that he secretly recorded, and he even drove her to her boyfriend's house where he told her to have sex with her boyfriend and then tell him the details. This entire time, the parents alleged that DSS never visited the Martin home, even when their daughter started missing school and her grades dropped. The parents in their lawsuit also allege that DSS ignored the parents' request to have their daughter moved. When a parent signs a safety plan, they aren't actually giving up the rights to their child. But experts we spoke to said that it's all too common for parents to feel pressured into signing these agreements under the threat that their child will be removed. Now, 5 weeks after their daughter was moved into the Martins' home and before a forensic interview was ever conducted with either the teen or her father, DSS found that he had abused her. They made this finding, and a new caseworker was assigned. Now, fortunately, this caseworker agreed to let the mother move the teen out of the home, according to the lawsuit. And when she was out of Martin's house, the teen first told her mother and then law enforcement everything that had happened. And after Martin's first arrest in 2022, 3 more victims emerged. 2 of them he spied on with cameras he'd hidden in his house. Third victim he allegedly wouldn't let leave a hotel room until she performed sex acts. Today, Martin is in jail in Gwinnett County, Georgia, on charges that he solicited a 13-year-old for sex, a 5th separate victim. And the case is ongoing. Martin has pleaded not guilty, and when contacted, DSS said that they do not comment on pending litigation and declined to provide more information about their policy on safety plans. For more information on this story, follow our coverage at thestate.com or click the link in the bio.